9 minutes of WWE wrestlers hilariously breaking the fourth wall. Let's watch.
WWE is all about larger-than-life characters and immersive storytelling, but sometimes wrestlers completely shatter that illusion. Whether it's calling out bad production, exposing WWE's strange logic, or just acknowledging how ridiculous wrestling can be, these moments took the audience completely out of the show in the most hilarious way possible. During their heated feud, John Cena completely destroyed Roman Reigns on the mic. When Roman stumbled over his words, Cena smirked and said this.
It's called a promo, kid.
Shut your mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it, so go ahead.
Then, just to make sure everyone knew what he was doing, he turned to the camera and added,
See ya, fourth wall.
a savage moment that left Roman speechless. We all know WWE cameras just happened to be in the perfect place to capture every dramatic backstage moment, but Dean Ambrose wasn't about to ignore the obvious. While conducting an interview, he casually pointed out how weird it is that a camera was there in the first place. Instead of pretending like it was natural, Ambrose basically said,
Well, there's cameras in here. It'd be kind of weird if there were cameras in the locker room if we didn't have an interview.
and honestly, that's a great question. For years, fans have speculated that WWE artificially enhances crowd reactions, and John Cena practically confirmed it on live TV. While roasting Austin Theory, he casually called out how WWE had to pipe in fake noise to make his matches seem more exciting. The fact that Cena said it with a straight face, while his opponent tried to keep character, made the moment even better.
I would so much rather be bald than have them pipe in fake crowd noise for my matches because nobody cares.
Well, I mean, the
WWE
bald is
tries to make
happening.
its audience believe every reaction is real, but even their biggest star wasn't buying it. There's always been a mystery in WWE. How does a wrestler's entrance music play at the exact right moment every time? Well, Mick Foley let the secret slip. In the middle of a live segment, he casually asked the production team to hit Seth Rollins' entrance theme, and immediately it played.
Hey, this is Raw General Manager Mick Foley. Will you hit Seth Rollins' music, please?
That was all the proof fans needed. It's not magic. It's just a guy pressing a button backstage. The Undertaker spent decades keeping kayfabe alive, but even he had his moments of breaking character. During a promo, he took a shot at The Rock's scripted lines, pointing out that he had a team of writers feeding him material.
Listen to this, Rock. I want you to get your TV writers that write all your comedy stick for you and get them to write you a eulogy.
For a guy who was always supposed to be mysterious and supernatural, hearing him casually reference TV writers was a shocking fourth wall break. Every year, there's a moment in the Royal Rumble where a wrestler stops someone from eliminating another competitor, even though they should be trying to eliminate everyone. During the 2023 Rumble, Corey Graves finally snapped and pointed out how ridiculous this is. He openly questioned why someone would stop an elimination, calling it the dumbest strategy ever. He said exactly what every fan at home was thinking.
A second. What we just saw happens in every Rumble match, and it drives me up a wall. If somebody's in the process of getting eliminated, why would you go and try to eliminate the person who's trying to eliminate the other person?
Well, because
it's stupid.
well, you're trying to.
WWE loves banning wrestlers from ringside, but somehow they always find a way back. Daniel Bryan had enough and questioned how WWE, a billion-dollar company, couldn't afford decent security. Honestly, he had a point.
I don't know why this happens.
Okay.
Every time we ban somebody from ringside or we ban somebody from the arena, they always show up. Can we not afford good security?
There needs to be
we
some
are
other
a billion-dollar
steps.
company.
Most WWE promos start the same way.
probably for the
Wrestlers
drama.
walking out, grabbing a mic, and talking about last week. John Cena decided to point that out on live TV before doing the exact same thing. At least he acknowledged the pattern.
You guys ever notice that every time somebody comes down that ramp for Monday Night Raw, they just get a microphone and talk about what happened last week? You know what? Tonight, I am going to do the exact same thing because I'm a little bit upset about what happened last week.
When WWE is done with a wrestler, they usually just stop booking them, but DX decided to take things a step further when they wrote the Spirit Squad off TV in the most ridiculous way possible. After beating them down, DX stuffed all 5 members into a giant box, slapped a shipping label on it, and sent them to Ohio Valley Wrestling. If you're wondering why that's funny, OVW was WWE's real-life developmental system at the time. In other words, DX wasn't just writing them off TV, they were literally sending them back to developmental in real life. It was one of the most absurd yet perfectly fitting fourth wall breaks in WWE history. During a match, Logan Paul tried to pull a sneaky move by hiding under the ring, but instead of acting confused, Orton casually looked up at the big screen, saw Logan on the replay, and immediately dragged him out. It was such a blatantly obvious fourth wall break that even the commentary team had no choice but to acknowledge it. But Orton wasn't the only one to use WWE's massive screen to his advantage.
I might try to take advantage. Oh, look out! Whoa! There's a giant TV screen right there. I can see it from a mile away. And he didn't hurt his knee.
For over a decade, fans have begged for John Cena to turn heel, and one night he finally teased it. He paused, acted like he was about to do something drastic, then immediately broke character and laughed. It was a hilarious way to troll the audience, proving that Cena knew exactly what they wanted, but had no intention of giving it to them.
Oh, wow.
I got it. How about a little heel turn? You see, that's the excitement that I'm talking about. And
When Kofi Kingston made his WWE debut, he wasn't introduced as the Ghanaian American wrestler we all know today. Instead, WWE billed him as a Jamaican superstar, complete with a fake accent and all. For a while, Kingston stuck with the gimmick, keeping up the Jamaican persona in every promo and interview. That is until one slip-up changed everything. During the build-up to Bragging Rights 2009,
So that's where the Jafakin comes from?
Kofi was part of Team Raw and was trying to calm down tensions between his teammates. But in the heat of the moment, he completely dropped the Jamaican accent. And that's when Triple H saw his opportunity. Without missing a beat, Triple H turned to him and asked,
Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? What happened to your accent?
The moment was hilarious. From that day forward, Kofi's Jamaican accent mysteriously disappeared forever.
What?
For years, wrestling fans had
What the fuck? What? Oh my God.
one big question. Why does only one person ever answer
Anybody that's surprised in the comments, I'm not like super familiar with Kofi Kingston. So like I'm like kind of late, you know? So oh my God. So that's why the Usos were calling him Jafakin.
an open challenge? Logically, wouldn't every single wrestler on the roster be sprinting to the ring for a free title shot? Well, in 2023, WWE finally addressed this long-running inconsistency when NXT showed exactly what happens backstage during an open challenge. As soon as a wrestler announced the challenge, the cameras cut to a chaotic scene backstage where multiple superstars were literally racing each other to be the first one through the curtain. It was hilarious, and at the same time, it actually made sense. John Cena has never been one to hold back when it comes to roasting his opponents, and the Usos got a taste of his brutal wit during a special Raw reunion on July 22, 2019. In a rap battle segment, Cena decided to take things to another level by pointing out that the Usos looked a little too familiar, just like their mugshots.
y'all look just like your mugshots.
The crowd erupted, and to their credit, the Usos took the joke in stride, even dapping up Cena after the Savage line. But in a bizarre twist of fate, just 3 days later, reality hit
That was
hard
Jimmy,
when
wasn't
Jimmy
it?
was
Jimmy-
arrested for driving under the influence. Kevin Owens has been part of some bizarre WWE moments, but one of the weirdest was when he randomly got hit in the face with a pie on SmackDown. The mystery of who threw the pie was never solved, and WWE just moved on like it never happened. Later, Owens sarcastically brought it up and joked about how WWE had incredible technology that allowed fans to literally see through his eyes. But somehow, with all that power, they still couldn't figure out who threw the pie.
WWE had this amazing technology on Monday night where you guys could actually see through my eyes what was happening. So everybody knows that when I turned, all I saw was a pie coming at me. Don't you remember that? When you saw through my eye?
If you've ever noticed that WWE interviewers never show their feet, you're not alone. Triple H did too. During an interview, he completely ignored the topic and called out how weird it was that the interviewer wasn't wearing shoes.
The big question is, why don't you wear shoes when you do these?
I don't have an answer for that.
When The Rock returned to WWE
No, I
in
need
2012,
answers.
he
Why?
was hyping up his big match against John Cena with one of his signature
Hello?
long-winded promos. But something was off. Fans started noticing that The Rock had notes written on his wrist. And if they noticed, you can bet John Cena did too. When Cena came out, he completely broke character and called The Rock out on it, making it clear that while The Rock was reading from notes, Cena was coming up with everything on the fly.
I don't need words like respect and loyalty to trend worldwide, just like I don't need my notes for my promo on my wrist.
And that's it. Some of the funniest times WWE wrestlers completely shattered the illusion. These moments prove that even in a scripted world, things can go off the rails. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more wrestling.
I need to know why she don't wear shoes. So you just walking around, just your feet out like that? Like, ew. Alright, you guys. Leave some likes and comments down below. I'll see y'all in the next one. Toodles.